It started with static. A hissing, almost imperceptible whisper hidden in the white noise of a forgotten police tape. The kind buried inside an unmarked cardboard box in an evidence room no one remembers. The recording was supposed to be a routine dispatch, a log of a coded call from a quiet night in 2003. But after 2 decades of silence, something was finally heard, and it cracked open a case that time thought it swallowed whole. The man, let's call him Darren, vanished on a summer evening without warning or trace. No forced entry, no signs of a struggle, just the eerie stillness of a home left in the middle of a moment. His shoes were by the door. His wallet on the dresser. Dinner, half eaten, still sat on the kitchen table. The search went on for months, years. But eventually the case was shelved, labeled missing person unresolved. Life moved on, but the absence, the sheer sharpness of uncertainty, left a kind of wound you don't see, only feel. Then last week, during an unrelated audit of decades-old files, an intern plugged in a dusty tape marked 5A dispatch, power station interference. Static roared at first, but then, a voice. Not just a random distortion or ghost frequency. A clear voice. Darren's. Or what sounded exactly like him, older, raspier, and saying 3 chilling words, "It's not over." The voice was subtle, almost buried. But spectrographic audio analysis confirmed it. This wasn't a random bleed-in or frequency fluke. It matched Darren's vocal signature from an old voicemail recorded a year before he vanished. But how? And why now? A revisitation of the original call log revealed another strange detail. Though the call had been filed under routine electrical outage reporting, the responding officers had noted an unexplained drop in temperature and flickering lights when they arrived at the transformer station. Curiously, that station was less than 2 miles from where Darren lived, and the same night he disappeared, all surveillance footage in a 3-block radius experienced a critical blackout between 9:47 and 10:03 p.m. That gap had always been overlooked, until now. Investigators brought in signal experts. Frequencies that had once been written off as standard interference were now showing encrypted modulations, something resembling a buried waveform, one that mirrored patterns of encrypted military distress signals. And nestled in the layers, again, the voice. Each time, clearer. It's not over. Some say Darren was working on a classified communications contract just before he disappeared. Something involving deep-frequency data mining and long-wave linguistic storage. Sounds complicated. Too complicated to make public. But that same system had once been tested using low-frequency radio towers located just outside the city limits. And it turns out, one of those towers experienced a massive burst of unexplained data override the very night Darren went missing. Theory after theory spiraled in. Was Darren trying to send some kind of message from wherever he was? Was his consciousness somehow embedded in a frequency, trapped between analog static and the digital veil? Or worse, was he still alive, being forced to communicate through hijacked channels, his voice smeared across the static? What's even stranger is what happened next. A technician working the night shift, a skeptic, decided to isolate one of the voice's timestamps and feed it through a reverse decryption tool. The message, when reversed, said only, "Find the 4th tape." No one even knew there were others. Turns out there were 3 more tapes missing from the archive, each mislabeled, misfiled as electrical maintenance logs. 2 have now been recovered. Each contains fragments, bits, small echoes of the same voice whispering warnings, please, coordinates. But the 4th tape? Still missing. Or maybe still, waiting. This story isn't just about a man lost to time. It's about who wanted him lost, and why they might not be able to keep him silent anymore. Whoever you believe Darren was, engineer, whistleblower, or something else entirely, one truth is unavoidable: voices don't return after 20 years unless someone, or something, wants them to. And now that voice is getting louder. Statistically, people don't just vanish without trace. But stories do. Buried under bureaucracy, static, fear. But the signal? It's never truly lost. Follow the quiet signal. Some stories are buried on purpose.